like to call this Finance Committee meeting of Monday, June 22nd, 2026 to order. Caroline, can you please call roll?
We got Mr. Mishniak,
Here.
Mr. Lampa,
Here.
Ms. Glenn,
Here.
Mr. Lombardo,
Here.
Ms. Wagner, Mr. Ring, Mr. Hannon,
Here.
Motion to excuse Mr. Marine.
Second.
The first and a second, excuse Mr. Ring. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, Mr. Ring is excused. And I skipped item 2, so Mr. Misniak, if you could lead us in the invocation, and Mayor, if you could lead us in the pledge.
Absolutely. If you would please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for this gathering of community citizens tonight. Guide us as we go about the business of the city so that we make decisions that are always in the best interest of our constituents. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, disposition of minutes. We have the Special Finance Committee meeting of April 13th, 2026, and the regular Finance Committee meeting of April 22nd, 2026.
Motion to accept as written?
Second.
First and a second to accept the minutes as written. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the minutes have been accepted. Item 5, monthly financial report. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Mrs. Glenn. This is the monthly financial report for May 2026. As council has received the dashboard, just giving not only just an overview, but some deeper insights into some of the revenues and main revenues and expenses for the month of May. The main themes for May were we had a 3-pay month, which is an extra payroll, hit our expenses, as well as we also made our interest payments for our bond payments. So even amongst all that, the general fund was still able to net on a cash basis about $590,000, and across all the funds, they were up about $340,000. That's always good to be bringing in more money than you're spending out, even amongst a 3-pay month. Overall, for the general fund, our total allocation of the budget for the expenses was about 45.7%, and we've collected about 47% of our revenue. Comparing that across 2025, 2024, those are pretty good figures in line with on the expense side with those averages. We're a little bit lower on revenue, and I'll get into that in a minute. Overall, across all the funds, we were at about 54% across all of our funds, and then we collected about 46% of revenue. Some of the major cash outflows that we had in May was for capital, we paid on our gas pumps, perhaps the last payment on Miracle Lane. I'll have to check on that, payment number 3. And then we owed a little bit more on 303 and Diagonal, which council approved and passed. And as I mentioned, for our debt, May and November are our debt months for the city. So for May, we paid total interest of $254,000 across our 4 bonds. And then our OWDA, which services 2 of our loans, we paid about $86,000. And then at the bottom there, I did put in Great Lakes Petroleum. You know, we definitely have some major factors that are affecting energy. And in May, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. We spent about $22,000 in gasoline, and hopefully we can that number will be coming down over the summer, and that's also very seasonal. Some of our major cash inflows, as you can see in the top right, income tax was about $2.25 million. In that $2.25 million was our RETA refund. So RETA withholds 3% of all collections. And then by May of the following year, they true up all of their expenses. They look at the allocation across all their communities, and then they'll refund us if we're owed any extra money. And one thing that RETA has going for it, since it has such large cash balances, they get a lot of interest revenue. And so that transitory revenue helps offset their you could say, net profit. And so the RETA fees came in at 0.98%. So we were refunded roughly 2% back to the city's coffers, which was about 370,000. That 370,000 is in that 2,253,000. So again, that is a win-win when it comes to having Rita do our collections. It's a very, very cheap way to collect for the city's income tax. Multiple other revenues, interest, water revenue, gas tax, we have that listed. And then we've also listed the outstanding POs. One of the main stories, and normally I'm usually pretty excited to talk about income tax. If we were only talking about residential and withholding, I would be excited. But again, the story has not changed much with net profit. We are down in net profit. And as you can see in the bottom left there, you can look at the different years, 2024, 2025, 2026. We've only collected about 620,000, and that's only through Rita. We have not collected anything through the state. So this has put our total income tax collections down pretty significantly. And, doing more research on this topic, why is our net profit down so much? I pinned it to a couple different factors, one of them being I believe companies paid in a lot prepayment in 2025, where we saw what we thought was a banker year when it came to net profit collections. Well, they were just prepaying, and now they're eating off of that in 2026. They don't need to pay anymore because they have credit on the account. We also know that there's factors in regards to the big beautiful bill, whether it's manufacturing expansion or R&D. Companies now can expense that faster, thus lowering taxable income. And the city of Streetsboro's tax base is their federal taxable income. So again, there's another factor that is pulled into this analysis. And so in the 2027 tax budget, I've considerably lowered the net profit projections going into 2027. Can withholding residential obviously take some of that hit? Of course, but it can't take all of it. And so it's something that we are continuing to monitor. I also, in the bottom right, this is a new table that I've talked about this at different times, where I have what I call the tax to benefits ratio. What I do is I look at all the residential and withholding, and I say to myself, okay, everything that I'm coming in based off payroll, how is that against the payroll we have in the 101? I like to know that as income tax revenue is up, we're also covering our wages and benefits in the 101. And so there's a work through on that, how I get to that number. And just looking at the allocation I put to the 101 fund, which is about $5.5 million, payroll and benefits total about $6.2 million. And so, yes, there's that. My ratio is off currently. But again, we're hoping that withholding will be getting stronger. It's just one of those factors to keep in mind, because when you get rid of, let's just throw out a scenario where real estate were to go away, property taxes, well, we would have to pull from capital to help cover that. How much do we want to impact the capital fund to offset that revenue deficit? So on the back page is just more of a detail. I apologize about the font size, but that just kind of gives a breakdown into a deeper by category across the 101, the 201, and the 501 fund. Any questions on May 2026 financials?
Mr. Lampa.
Mr. Miller, are we going to expect any state net profit? Is it always going to be zero this year?
It comes down to each individual company. And we have an outlier company that we don't believe will be making large estimates. And so we could go the entire year without receiving any money from the state.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Miller. Item 6, old business, there is none. Item 7, we're going to move down to item J, T8021, proclaim Streetsboro to be a Purple Heart community. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. A few weeks back, we've had an individual in the county that has been pushing to try and get the county to be a Purple Heart community. And you'll hear all about it when I read the proclamation. But we had an event in Ravenna, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago now? Yeah, and all the cities that participated were awarded to be a Purple Heart community. And we have a plaque, and we have a proclamation to read, and I would like council to go ahead and forward this to full council tonight so we can vote on it and get these fine folks on their way.
I will entertain a motion to move this to tonight's full council meeting.
Second.
First and a second to move this item to tonight's full council meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. And then I will entertain a motion to recess out of finance.
So moved.
First and a second to recess out of the finance committee meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are in recess.
All right, good evening. I'd like to call this regular council meeting to order Monday, June 22nd, 2022. Caroline, please call roll.
Mr. Mishniak?
Here.
Mr. Lampa?
Here.
Ms. Glenn?
Here.
Mr. Lombardo?
Here.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Ring? Mr. Hannon?
Motion to excuse.
Mr. Ring.
Second.
Motion and a second to excuse Mr. Ring. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, Mr. Ring is excused. And we're going to go down to item 6, introduction of legislation containing statement of emergency.
I can read by title. This is an ordinance proclaiming the city of Streetsboro to be a Purple Heart community and declaring an emergency to immediately effectuate the proclamation.
Motion
Suspend the rule.
to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion to suspend the rules in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa
Yes.
and Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
There you are. And Ms. Wagner? Mr. Ring's not here. Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Was it the same?
Yes.
Mr. Lampa? Oh, sorry. Okay, motion to adopt, Mr. Hannon.
Yes.
And then second was Mr. Lampa.
Yes.
Okay, then Ms. Wagner.
Yes.
Ms. Glenn.
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak.
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo.
Yes. T8021 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-92.
Thank you. If you don't know, this is Matt Kelly. He's the Portage County Auditor. And Linda Dillon, and I don't know what your title is, Linda. I'm a Gold Star Mom. You know, a Gold Star Mom, for those of you that don't know, that means that they lost a daughter or a son in the war. So this is very near and dear to her heart. So, whereas the Purple Heart is the oldest military decoration in present use, it was originally established by General George Washington as the badge of military merit on August 7, 1782. And whereas the Purple Heart is awarded in the name of the President of the United States to members of the armed forces who have been wounded or killed in action while serving our nation. And whereas the Purple Heart symbolizes the sacrifices made by brave men and women who have shed blood in defense of the freedoms enjoyed by all Americans. And whereas the city of Streetsboro recognizes the courage, dedication, and selfless service of all military personnel who have earned a Purple Heart and acknowledges the tremendous sacrifices made by these veterans and their families. And whereas the citizens of Streetsboro are deeply grateful for the sacrifices of Purple Heart recipients and wish to honor their service, patriotism, and commitment to protecting our nation and preserving our liberty. And whereas the Military Order of the Purple Heart, a congressionally chartered veterans organization, has worked tirelessly to foster an environment of goodwill and appreciation for Purple Heart recipients and all veterans. And whereas it is fitting that the city of Streetsboro formally recognize Purple Heart recipients and demonstrate its support and appreciation for those who have borne the wounds of war in service to our nation. Now, therefore, I, Glenn Ambroska, Mayor of the City of Streetsboro, Ohio, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Streetsboro, do hereby proclaim the City of Streetsboro to be a Purple Heart community and encourage all citizens to recognize and honor the sacrifices and services of all Purple Heart recipients, military veterans, active duty service members, and their families. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Streetsboro to be affixed this 22nd day of June, 2026. This is the plaque that we'll receive and we'll probably.
It's beautiful.
So if it's okay, I'll just say just a couple words, it won't be
Yeah.
long, and then I think Lynn's going to read what's on the plaque. So
Oh, okay.
we really appreciate you having us here, and as the mayor said, on May 28th, we had Portage County designated as a Purple Heart County, which in turn made Streetsboro a Purple Heart County. So it tells people coming into Portage County of our respect, of our gratitude for our veterans in our county, especially our Purple Heart veterans. I was happy to play a small part in the May 28th ceremony. Linda was the driver of that. It all came together. It was a wonderful ceremony. I know the mayor was there. A lot of citizens were there from Portage County. And I'm proud to stand next to Linda as we get the proclamation and we present you all with the plaque. So with that, I'll let Linda say a few words if you want, or read what's on the plaque.
So, yes, thank you. I know that in 2007, when my son was killed in Iraq, you also lost Jason Hernandez, and his mom and I are still good friends, and we're Gold Star moms together. And he is also a recipient of a Purple Heart for giving his life. This plaque is given to you by the Military Order of the Purple Heart. It's a special recognition award, is bestowed with pride to the city of Streetsboro, Ohio, for your dedication and support honoring Americans, combat wounded veterans, becoming the Purple Heart City. Thank you for allowing this, for everything you do for the city of Streetsboro and all of the military that live here. We really appreciate this honor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will make a motion to reconvene. back
Wait, we
in-
got to recess this one first.
I'll make a motion to recess out of council.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are out of regular council.
And then I'll make a motion to reconvene into finance.
Second.
First and a second to reconvene into the Finance Committee meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We are back in the Finance Committee meeting. Okay, item 7A, T8012, adopt 2027 tax budget. Mr. Matt Miller.
Thank you. This is our 2027 revenue, and council's been presented Schedule A, which is the property tax schedule, which is reflective of where our inside millage allocation will go in the next bullet point. And then we also, for Exhibit 1, which is the general fund, as I was referring to earlier, how we projected for income tax. Exhibit 2 is all of our debt funds, 301, 304, and 701. I apologize. Those are all of our real estate allocation funds. And then in Exhibit 3 is all the rest of the funds that aren't the general fund, or 301, 304, and 701. And then in Exhibit 4, we have capital spending. That's more of a guesstimate. We'll get that more honed in as we do the 2027 expense budget. And then Exhibit 6 is all of our debt sheets. This is something we do every year, and we will be on time with the County Budget Commission for July 15th. Any questions?
No?
There's no further questions. I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
Second.
First and a second to move this to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item B, T8013, adjust inside millage allocation. Mr. Matt Miller.
Thank you, Mrs. Glenn. This item and the next 6 items are just driven from our May 18th discussion that we had on the city's debt. On June 5th, I had a follow-up email which gave the modeling spreadsheets for the multiple scenarios, whether it was growth scenarios or fund allocation scenarios. I also gave PDF screenshots, just so in case you had trouble opening the Excel documents. And so this item is just simply changing our current inside millage of 2.9, which is allocated the general fund of 1.9, bond retirement 0.7, and the safety pension fund of 0.3. We are going to change that to the general fund of just 1 mils. Bond retirement will stay the same at 0.7, and will increase the safety pension fund to 1.2. Any questions on that reallocation?
Mr. Hannan.
I do not have any questions regarding that. I just wondered if these are all from a previous discussion, could I make a motion to just move all of them at one time? Or do we have to do them individually?
That's a Caroline question.
Mr. Grandetti, question? Either one?
Oh, you can make a
Individually
motion to
converse about it.
move all the pieces, just as you would in some other items. You can do that.
I would say we could do that through Briar Root, but I would like an individual for the judgment bond, just in case I have any issues with the holder of the bonds, just so we have an individual. But I'm fine with grouping them all together. That would be great.
Yeah, just saves a little time.
Do you want to
Do you want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion to move T8014, T8015.
Are we including 8013?
Oh, sorry, I had that checked off too fast, so, all right, T0813, T8014, T8015, T8016, and T8017 to full council tonight.
I'll second the motion, and E8013.
Did I say 0813?
You're fine.
All messed up over here, that's all right. I'm still on Hawaii.
All right, so I have a first and a second to move all the aforementioned T numbers to the full council meeting. So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, these items have been moved to tonight's full council meeting. Item G, T8018, exercise call option for judgment bond. Mr. Matt Miller.
Thank you, Mrs. Glenn. This is going to call our bond early. It's a 2016 bond. We will save about 4 years in interest payments, and the Finance Department, with council's approval, we will pay that off in December 1st of this year, the principal and the remaining interest for 2026.
There's no further questions. I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
Second.
A first and a second to move this to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item H, T8019, renew agreement for backflow surveys, inspections, reporting. Mr. Bill Miller.
This is a company that does all of our backflow inspections for businesses. It's a 4-year deal. Actually, they send out all the notices and all that. It's actually really, we pay up front to them, and we receive the money back as they go, so there's really no money from us. In that agreement, they have to do over 100 inspections each year to keep us EPA approved. So that's all in there, and this takes care of the backflow program for just the, not residential, just for the commercial.
Any questions? Discussion? Mr. Mishnick?
Well, the plumber does the inspection. They actually charge to load it into their website. I think for each device, it's $22.88. So it depends on the devices they have.
The business pays them directly?
They pay their contractor, their plumbing contractor that does the, they have to do a backflow test every year. And they load, the plumbing contractor takes that, and loads it into their system. They monitor to make sure that they stay up on their yearly test. And once in every 5 years, they go out and actually do a field test on each business in the city.
Does it cost the city at all for this contract?
No, not at all. No money. We pay up front, we get the money back in the back end. Yep.
If there's no further discussion, I'll make a motion to move to full council.
Second.
First and a second to move this item to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item I, T8020, accept ODOT Office of Jobs and Commerce grant for widening Frost Road. Mr. O'Malia.
Thank you. Before council this evening is a opportunity for a grant that will reimburse the city for up to $250,000 for the addition of a right-in, right-out lane on Frost Road for the Layer Zero project. This, in combination with the previously awarded grant from Jobs Ohio, brings us down to about 33% of the cost that the city would be responsible for. Are there any questions?
Mr. Hannan.
Can you just remind me, when will this be completed?
I will leave that up to engineering. I get money, I don't build roads.
It's not like a this year thing, right? That's.
Oh, no. I made it very clear when we applied for the grants that we don't have any ability to do any more construction this year.
If there's no further discussion, I'll make a motion to move this to full council.
Second.
First and a second to move this item to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved.
Thank you.
Item K, T8022, extend contract with Kimball for 1 year. Ms. Prokop.
Good evening. This is just a request to extend our current trash service with Kimball for a year. They provided us a quote to increase our prices for 47 cents per month. I think it was $1.40 for the quarter. So we would like to extend that contract starting October 1st.
Everything else is the same then?
Everything remains the same.
Just the price is just slightly higher? Mr. Hannan.
Thank you. So I know in the contract that was passed in 2021, it has that built in for the 1 year where we can opt to extend it. I guess my question is there any benefit to not like bidding it out like after it ended, after the 5 years, or versus going out again next year for a bid? I mean, I'm fine with Kimball. I'm perfectly fine. I just didn't know if there's like a benefit to executing that 1 year renewal versus trying to, get different bids and whatnot.
I don't know that there's a benefit, but I don't think it hurt us either, extending it.
So now that we only have a 1 year extension, now next year we have to go out and get those bids again?
Yes.
Okay.
If there's no further discussion, I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
First and a second to move this item to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item L, T8023, authorize RFQ for cleaning services for city buildings. Ms. Prokop.
Thank you. This is a request to go out to get quotes for our cleaning service. We entered into a 9-month contract with our current company for City Hall only. RKS is still cleaning the remaining of our buildings throughout the city, so we would like to go out, get quotes, and have a all-inclusive contract. So all buildings would be under one contractor.
Any discussion?
There's no further discussion. I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
Second.
First and a second to move this item to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item M, T8024, purchase a new fit tester machine for SCBA masks. Ms. Chief Reinholz.
Thank you. Every year we have to do an annual fit testing. It's the face piece that they put on, which we breathe, the air we bring in on our cylinder. So every year we have to test all the personnel, and we've gone in partnership with Twinsburg and Hudson Fire Departments in using a machine. Well, the machine has reached its usefulness age. And so there's for a new one, it's $19,114. Split it 3 ways, it comes out to $6,371.33. So I'm asking council to approve that amount coming out of the 402 account so we can join in with Twinsburg and Hudson in buying this unit, which we share between the 3 of us. Questions?
Any discussion?
I'd like to make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
Second.
First and a second to move this item to tonight's full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item N, T8011, amend 2026 annual appropriations, number 7. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Mrs. Glenn. As you said, this is our 7th budget adjustment, and some of the major items are the fire department chassis for the ambulance, allocating funds for that. We're also moving around some money post-open enrollment for some of our medical costs. And I had a small fix for street light versus traffic light allocation, and then we have some capital requests that concern City Center and City Hall. Any questions?
Mr. Hannan.
Thank you. It's a question, but not necessarily, I don't know if it pertains to this or not, but for the call option, how much are we like spending something for that? How does that necessarily work? Is there an amount that we're paying? You said in December. I just want to make sure I'm understanding that correctly.
So in order for it to put the packet together, we rely on an outside law firm. So I'm just making an estimate of what they would charge us. They also do work for the city in regards to our annual filing with SEC, since our debt instruments are on the open market. We have to yearly report, and so it's just best for us to utilize that law firm who the city has utilized in the past. I was making a guesstimate of $2,500 for their legal services. It could come in much lower than that.
I have a question too.
Mr. Miller, on the last item on page 1. So we're saying it's going to cost us $8,000 to clean up Gaynell and 43.
That was the latest estimate I received.
Are we going to assess the property for that?
Taken care of by how? Residents paying that?
No, he took care of his own cleaning. We were getting prepared in case we had to pay a contractor to do that. Turned out that's been handled. Everything's good to this point right now.
So do we still need this in the budget adjustment then?
Negative. So we could take that line off. I didn't know that it had been handled outside of the city.
Which line is that on? I don't even see
The
8,000.
last one on page 1, John.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks.
So do we need a motion?
Can I make the recommendation just to leave it there for now, just in case something else would come up? That has been a problem area, and then that part will be done before if we do have to go into a later date.
I mean, it would just sit in the fund, right?
Just sit in there, we won't use it unless we have to.
Right, Mr. Miller?
Do we need it specifically for that project, or do you just want it to be for cleanup in case something else comes up? Okay. I would just hate for it to be Gaynell/43 and
Be
something
locked
on
in there.
303 comes up and you need
Good
it.
point. Cleanup would be good.
Well, I'll make a motion to,
Can I have?
yeah, sure.
Mr.
Well, I
Miller?
was going to make an amendment, but yeah, I'll do it after.
Oh, okay. Mr. Miller, do you think that that's something that makes sense? Oh, hold on a second. We got two of them. Mr. Matt Miller.
Okay.
From a financial standpoint, I don't want to mess anything up here. Do you think that's something that?
No, that's fine. We'll just make a for the comment, just request for city cleanup. Property cleanups.
I'll make make a motion to amend that last line on page 1 of Exhibit A to just say request for city cleanup instead of Gainell 43.
Second.
First and a second to amend this to say for city cleanup. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. That item has been changed.
And then I'll make a motion to move this as amended to tonight's full council.
Second.
First and a second to move this item as amended to full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, this item has been moved. Item 8, citizens' comments. Gee, I don't think we have any tonight.
I have a quick question.
Yes, are you citizens' comment?
The Kimball contract, I was just kind of glancing through it. They didn't change any other terms other than the amount. But I know they're really good about, you have what they call full service, I guess.
Mhm.
Anything but out, and they just tell you certain ways to wrap it and cut it up. They do a really good job. I saw in the contract, just on glancing through, there was a page of miscellaneous charges. Is that for somebody that's not on full service?
So those are additional charges, like if they have a mattress, a couch, a refrigerator, a stove, those are additional charges on top of.
Is that new?
Mm-mm,
No.
that's been in there.
Because I feel like half the stuff on there I've put down there and never got charged. I know, I just threw out 6 mattresses for trying to move and got rid of all the stuff
Six
in my basement. They didn't charge me.
Can we look into this, please?
Yeah.
Well, they were supposed
Send
to.
me invoice yet.
I don't, we called and asked and we said, hey, we have 6 mattresses, 2 chairs, a foosball table, whatever.
Doesn't
What do we need to do? And they told us how to wrap them. It was supposed to rain. And over the past month, been debulking a lot of stuff. They've never, that I'm aware of.
They're supposed to send residents separate bills just for bulk charges.
Their exact quote was, you have full service, you can put down whatever you want as long as it's still correct. That's what they said on the.
I can add to that. So you get, when you're on full service, you get 1 bulk item per month where they don't charge you.
It has to fit like in a or a.
It has to
pickup
fit in
truck,
the
like a
container
pickup
thing.
truck size, yeah, all of the garbage.
And what happens when you put down 6 mattresses? You get a bill.
I think you got lucky.
They know who you are, all
Or
right?
the bill's on its way and you don't have it yet.
They don't.
Yeah.
Because
I'm all for Kimball. They've been really good. I'm thinking way back to when I lived on Frost. You know, there are times we've called and said, hey, we have 3 old bicycles and this and that. And there's like, yeah, just put it down there. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, that bulk sheet has been in the contract prior to our
That's why I wanted to make sure.
2021
That wasn't new to where we're going to get a bunch of phone calls, or he is, and say, hey, I put my mattress down and they sent me a $30 bill.
Yep.
They do, because people get to wrap them. They will not take them, they don't want getting bed bugs all over them.
I don't have a problem if they don't take it at all, but they're really good. And I saw that updated list, and I remember 2021 when we did it, I was like, wow, that's pretty, they're offering a lot in the full service, and I wanted to make sure they didn't chop it back.
Nope.
Just the dollar.
Just the dollar amount.
All right, no, motion to seal the record.
He'll be getting a bill soon.
Mr. Broska.
You do know, though, if you put hot water heaters and stuff like that out, it's usually the scrappers that come by and get them in the middle of the night.
That's
It's
true.
usually-
You're right.
It's
I put
usually
a
not
chair-
Kimball that comes and gets them.
They come by my house on Sunday nights.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
a chair,
You're always out at my house.
10 minutes it lasted. I said, is there a hole at the bottom of the driveway? Because I just put that chair down there 10 minutes ago. And it was gone. And my wife's
Hole
like,
at
get
the
the
bottom of
stuff
the
down the night before, put it out during the day, the scrappers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had anything.
they're all
metal.
over that.
The frames, they came and took all the bed frames within an hour of us putting them down there. And that was scrappers. But I watched the poor guy from Kimball do the mattresses, and I was impressed that they took it. I'm like, wow. All right, thank you.
Okay, announcements. A regular council meeting will immediately follow this meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
First and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned.
Wait a minute. Let me catch up.
I'm not rushing.
Can't read my scribbles.
So if you have large trash, you just take it to Steve's.
Yeah, just
Trash. He's got to hold
throw
the
it
bottom
down
of his
there.
driveway.
Julie's neighborhood. Anything, anything.
Okay, I think I'm all right.
You ready? I'll make a motion to reconvene back into regular council.
Second.
Motion and a second to reconvene into regular council. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm hearing none. We're back into regular council. We left off with item 3, disposition of minutes, public hearing of June 8th, 2026 tax budget, and a regular council meeting of June 8th, 2026.
Motion to accept as written.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, those have been accepted. Item 4, citizens' comments. Do we have any citizens that would like to speak tonight? We have no citizens that would like to speak. Item 5, reports, communications from departments, boards, and commissions. Ms. Edgar.
Thank you. It's a surprise. Last week, we had our senior membership cookout. We had 90 seniors that showed up. So that was really, really successful. Teresa did a great job with that. And then also just want to say thanks to everyone that ended up coming out for our first food truck night here in the Oval. We were missing one truck, but ultimately everything went really well, and we had a great turnout, and we're excited for more. Thank you.
Do you know about how many people came?
I don't have an estimate. I do not.
All right, thank you. Mr. O'Malia.
Good evening. We were approved by the state of Ohio to transfer funds from the demolition account to the senior disabled lawn care account. So the $42,000 was transferred from demolition to lawn care. Hopefully that'll give us enough of a window to get to the end of August when all those funds must by federal statute be expended. Also this morning, the former Happy Moose went to a sheriff's sale. It was sold for just a little under $1.6 million. We know who the buyer is. They're based out of Illinois. And I have a suspicion that they're representing a local company that already exists in this marketplace and would bring some new and highly paid, highly skilled medical jobs. I have a message into them to make that confirmation, but it doesn't sound like it'll be a gas station, so we won't have another abandoned one of those laying around. So that's good. Any questions? Thank you.
Mr. Chesnowski.
Thank you. Just wanted to let council know that there are 2 text amendments to the zoning code that passed at the last planning commission meeting. Those will be on the agenda for the next service committee meeting, as well as the construction agreement for the villas at Boulder Creek major subdivision.
All right, thank you for that report.
Thanks.
Mr. Gorog from engineering.
Yes, just a couple updates. And thank you for Mayor for putting on your social media, State Route 1443. The Phase 3 will not occur, switch over till this coming weekend. We were hoping it was going to happen initially. I was hoping it was going to be this weekend, last week, but that's delayed just a little bit. And then the other thing, I got an email this morning that asked an update from Portage County for the Seasons Road culvert replacement project. That project is out to bid, and they have a completion date of October 6th of 2026. So one thing I'll have to verify if the road's actually be closed all the way till then, or if they'll be able to reopen it once they get the actual culvert in and road, because they'll have some side things. So that's another conversation that I sort of sent out to them. I haven't heard back on that. So that was just some of the major updates. I did email everyone a report this morning on everything else, but those were the 2 items I just wanted to bring up. That's all I have.
right, thank you for the update. Mr. Bill Miller from Service.
Nothing exciting, but we are starting our asphalt patching program. We've been crack sealing. We finished up some concrete work on Shady Lake, so we're moving along with patching the roads.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Miller from Finance, anything else to add this evening?
I have nothing else to add. Thank you.
Caroline, what do you have for us?
I want to report that we did adopt the sign code a couple meetings ago, and after that we discovered some typos. They're not even alphabetical typos, they're more formatting errors. So I just wanted to alert council that we have corrected those before they go to the codifying agent to be put into the code book. It was like 2 dots instead of 1 for a period, and another place was missing a period. It was like ABC and then indented and started with different numbers or something. So we cleaned it up and made all the formatting correct. So that should come out in the codification update, which should be another 2 weeks before we get that print.
I do not, thank you.
Thank you. Chief Wayne from Police.
Some of you may have noticed I did the Facebook release for our solicitor's ordinance update, and just so you can actually see them in real life. These are the stickers that we created. They're kind of small, but they're intended to be small. We did do 2 different colors, so people had a little bit of a choice to try and either blend them in or make them a little more noticeable for their house for the do not knock part of the ordinance. And I just took a look at the Facebook post, and for about 2 hours, we're sitting at about 12,500 people that have seen it already. So while I can't access it, I would guess that the opt-out list is increasing as we speak. So everything's going good on that. The mayor also shared the post, so hopefully everybody in town will see it. We've already had some people say they're going to come up and get the stickers. For anybody that is interested, I put them up they're right outside the dispatch window, and then they're also right inside our double doors. But because they are small, they're kind of hidden on our little pamphlet holder. So we do have them in a couple places, and we have, I think, a couple thousand of them. If for some reason we run out, we'll just order some more.
So do you register online and then come get a sticker? How does that work?
The stickers are part of just the do not knock. It's just something that you can put on your house that lists the ordinance. The opt-out list is on our website. If you just go there, it automatically puts it in. It's a 2-year opt-out. So that's one part of the site we're going to have to work on and getting like an automatic kickoff after 2 years. So if you want to maintain yourself on the list, you'll just have to come back and sign up again.
So do we have an active list right now that we're passing out to solicitors, or is it just still kind of in the works?
No, we've been handing it out.
Okay.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Reinholtz, I know you have a couple things to add here.
Just a couple. It's been busy, especially when the weather gets bad. 303 floods, wires come down, branches come down. We've been to Aurora and Manaway for fires, small fires. Busy training. We had UH comes in once a month. It came in last week for geriatric trauma. We're busy helping Safety Town. Had a good time there. Good time with the food trucks. That night the guys had dinner in the food trucks. We had the 13th of June. We were at Lowe's safety event. We practiced a mass casualty incident. We're flowing water, master streams, all kinds of flowing water. Water department. And we assisted Bainbridge in an acquired structure live burn, since we have personnel that are qualified for that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that's what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you, Chief. Ms. Lockhart-Reitz from Human Resources.
I have nothing new to report.
All right. Mr. Graninetti from the Law Department.
Thank you. I would just like to give a credit or shout out to our Andre Nova for that property cleanup. He worked tirelessly on working to make that happen. So I spent a lot of time with him discussing that issue, and he was able to finally get it done while I was out of town. So good for him, and we all worked as a team to work on that. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah, I did see that email that he sent out. That was, I think it was about something else, but yeah, he's definitely good. Thank you for that. All right.
I will make a motion to suspend the rules for all the Ts, 8011, 8012, 8013, 8014, 8015, 8016, 8017, 8018, 8019, 8020, 8022, 8023, 8024.
Second.
A motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Who was second? Somebody way down.
John.
Mr. Hannon.
They're both quiet. Okay, motion to suspend, Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak? Yes. Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. All right, the rules have been suspended. Item 6, introduction of legislation containing statement of emergency. T 8011, amend 2026 annual appropriations number 7. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2025-183, the 2026 annual appropriation ordinance number 7.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T 8011 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-93. T 8012, adopt 2027 tax budget. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance adopting a tax budget for the city of Streetsboro for fiscal year 2027 and declaring an emergency because the tax budget must be submitted to the county auditor by July 15, 2026.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T 8012 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-94. T 8013, adjust inside millage allocation. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance establishing the city's inside millage allocation beginning in tax year 2026 and declaring an emergency in order to timely effectuate the mileage allocation.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T 8013 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-95. T 8014, establish interest income allocation. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance establishing the city of Streetsboro's interest income allocation beginning July 1, 2026, and declaring an emergency in order to timely effectuate the interest income allocation.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T 8014 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-96. T 8015, rename 701 Police Pension Fund. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance renaming Fund 701 from the Police Pension Fund to the Safety Forces Pension Fund within the financial records of the city of Streetsboro and declaring an emergency in order to immediately implement the fund.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T 8015 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-97. T 8016, amend ordinance number 2023-92, Briar Root Manor Water Line Loan Repayments. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2003-92 relative to the Briarroot Manor Waterline Project to provide that loan repayments may be serviced from Fund 501 Water Fund rather than 302 Special Assessment Fund, effective January 1, 2027, and declaring an emergency in order to timely service the loan repayments.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T 8016 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-98. T8017, amend ordinance number 2004-133, Briar Root Manor Water Line Loan Repayments. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2004-133 relative to the Briar Root Manor Waterline Project to provide that loan repayments may be serviced from Fund 501 Water Fund rather than Fund 302 Special Assessment Fund, effective January 1, 2027, and declaring an emergency in order to timely service the loan repayments.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
A motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8017 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-99. T8018, exercise call option for judgment bond. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance providing for the funding of the optional redemption of certain of the city's outstanding final judgment refunding bonds, Series 2016, authorizing and directing the call for optional redemption of those bonds, and declaring an emergency in order to effect a savings in the annual interest payments.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mishniak? Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8018 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-100. T8019, renew agreement for backflow surveys, inspections, and reporting. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with HydroCorp for a non-residential backflow survey, inspection, and reporting program, and declaring an emergency in order to timely effectuate the contract.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8019 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-101. T8020, accept ODOT Office of Jobs and Commerce grant for widening Frost Road. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance accepting a roadwork grant from the Ohio Department of Transportation, Office of Jobs and Commerce, to the city of Streetsboro, and declaring an emergency to timely accept the grant.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8020 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-102. T8022, extend contract with Kimball for 1 year. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an extension to the contract with Kimball for residential solid waste and recycling collection services, and declaring an emergency in order to maintain continuity of services.
Motion to wholeheartedly adopt.
Second.
Mr. Mishniak?
Motion to adopt in a second.
Uh,
Roll call, please.
Mr. Mishniak? Yes. Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8022 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-103. T8023, authorize RFQ for cleaning services for city buildings. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to seek and accept requests for quotes for janitorial cleaning services to city buildings, and declaring an emergency in order to expedite the process and prevent any lapse in service.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8023 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-104. T8024, purchase a new fit tester machine for SCBA masks. Caroline, please read by title.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with OHD to purchase a new fit tester machine for annual testing of fire department SCBA masks, and declaring an emergency in order to complete the testing.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lampa?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannan?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner? Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T8024 passes and becomes ordinance number 2026-105. Item 7, first reading, there is none. Item 8, second reading. T8009, amend code section 945.01, fees for cemetery lots.
This is an ordinance amending code section 945.01, establishing the charges for municipal cemetery lots and services.
Okay, and T8010, amend code section
Hold on
1151.
a second. We did have some questions last time. Mr. Bill Muller, did you get any of those answers for us? About the cemetery lots?
Resident, non-resident one, probably about 20%, but the numbers are skewed because you look at the way the old cemetery lots were sold. As long as I purchased the lot while I was a resident, I can move away for 20 years and come back and still be charged resident.
Okay, so we have 20.
I clearly switched that in the new one. I defined resident and non-resident on the bottom.
Okay, so.
Get that changed.
So right now, we have 20% paying non-resident fees and 80% paying resident fees?
Yeah. But they could have bought the lots.
Right, and now you're saying you're going to fix that, so you have to be
I
a
got-
resident
yeah.
at the time. Is that right?
Yes, you gotta reside here, yes. I clearly spelled that out at the bottom.
Okay.
And then the other one was the residential fee, which I see I did for some reason go up 200, but that can be switched to 400. Wait, it would be resident number one. It's 500 now, that could be switched to 400.
400?
Yep.
Okay.
Then that coincides with the non-resident.
So resident is 400, non-resident is 7?
Yep.
That's not what this says. So
Currently, they
I
were-
need a motion, right?
Right now it says 500.
Yeah, it needs to switch from 500 to
We need to change it to 400?
700, yes.
You have to live here too, or you're getting the non-resident fee, Steve.
I'm hoping to stay here.
Yes, okay.
We should have free lots for former mayors.
So line
Already
one
paid for
resident
it,
is the
bro.
only change in
Why,
that?
you've already paid for it.
Well, you're former once you're dead.
So we need a motion to
I would think so.
amend it.
Is there a mayor section? You have a lot there?
I will make a motion to amend Exhibit A, T8009, line 1 resident to 400 from 500.
It goes up.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to amend. Roll call, please.
So, Mr. Lampa
Yes.
and Ms. Glenn,
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak,
This is on the amendment?
yes,
Yes.
and Mr. Hannon.
Yes.
Ms. Wagner. Mr. Lombardo.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll move on to third reading as amended.
I have a question about that. You mentioned resident versus non-resident. What if, me as a resident, what if I buy a lot for somebody, how do you verify that the person going in?
Well, you couldn't buy it for like.
have to show
a
ID.
friend. You'd have to be their heir. You'd have to be giving it to your brother or somebody in your family.
Somebody, okay.
Yes, you could do that to give it to your heir, so, yep. But you
Well,
couldn't
that's a
buy
good
it for
question,
just
yeah.
a friend or something like that and pass it along.
Don't families buy like 4 lots for the whole family and one person pays for them all? I remember my dad doing that.
Yeah, you could do that, and then
So you would own all 4, this is just
and then it would
asking
go down to
stupid
the
questions.
sons.
Do all 4 people that get buried there then have to be residents? What if like I went in and I bought 4 lots, but, you know, one of my kids, God forbid, passes before I do, but they moved to Boston, then do I have to pay more later, or how does that work?
You would, if you bought them, if you had them now, the same part would be, the lot would be there. You would pay the non-resident fee to be buried.
For the burial service, okay,
Burial,
I understand.
yes.
Or I could just tell you he still lives here, make it up.
We'll have Kimball.
Yeah, I can put him out on the trash, but Kimball will take them.
There's a lot of investigations going to be taken.
I've heard that
No
about
mattress.
Kimball
No
way back,
mattresses.
not now, they've cleaned up, but
No mattress.
just kidding, Kimball.
Any more questions on
Never heard that.
cemetery lots before we move on? All right, we're still on second reading, T8010, amend code section 1151.22, swimming pools and hot tubs.
I don't want to. This is an ordinance amending section 1151.22 of chapter 1151 and repealing sections 1103.02A, 118, and 119 of chapter 103 of the codified ordinances of the city of Streetsboro relating to swimming pools.
Any questions on swimming pools or hot tubs?
Wished I had one.
All right, moving on to item 9. Third reading, there is none. Item 10, mayor's report.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo. I just want to wish everybody a happy 250th on July 4th. We won't, but Woodside will have fireworks. I believe it is on July 4th, and there's going to be a bunch of them around us. Thank you to everybody that served in defense of our freedoms, and I hope we make it another 250 years. Although I won't be here for all of them.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd be 368 years old, but you know, no big deal. But please come back with all your fingers and toes, for that matter. I know we'll be fielding a few complaints about fireworks, more or less. But again, happy birthday, America, 250 years old. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. 11, President Council's comments. I want to echo what the mayor said. Be safe out there. Don't blow off your fingers. You're going to need them to sign legislation someday. Other than that, I have nothing else to add. Mr. Mishniak, I would like to give the rest of my time to you.
Thank you. I wanted to say, if you get the opportunity on the Purple Heart City thing, one of the interns in our office, Stephen, I think you pronounce his name, is it Farhad or Farhat? Stephen's been going around doing interviews and posting them onto social media with different Purple Heart recipients in the community. It's sort of like it just sits down for like a interview with a veteran, and he did. I think is it Miss Dillon? Her name is it Dillon? The Gold Star mom. I apologize, but I forgot her. I think it's Dillon. Yeah. Is it Dillon?
Dylan.
That was Dillon. Yeah, Miss Dillon. I just watched that one at lunch today, and they're online. So if you want to watch them, her story's pretty good. He goes through them with everything and lets them tell a little bit about their story. So Stephen's going to be a 2L, which is a second-year law student this September. Really nice kid, real civic-minded. He interns at our office, and he has taken that upon himself to assist that project within the county, and he does these interviews with different Purple Heart recipients, and it's a pretty cool little spending of your time, to sit and learn about some of the members in the community, especially the Gold Star parents. Unfortunately, we do have a number of them in Portage County. We lost a lot of Portage County residents over the years, so I just wanted to bring that up and join the mayor in saying, hey, happy Independence Day, happy 250th, and everybody stay safe.
Thank you, Mr. Mishniak. Mr. Hannon, welcome back.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I was not able to attend the first food truck thing, but I hope it went well. Something that was interesting about being in Hawaii was that food truck parks are very popular over there. So there was a bunch of them. I got to go try one out. I was going to ask, was there any concerns or parking concerns or anything that happened? Would you guys learn some good stuff about future events at the Oval?
Yeah, it was a great learning experience, but the mayor was spot on with how we should have the trucks parked. So having them back in that lot, having it designated to where there were no vehicles coming in there, the traffic flow stayed nice in the Oval, and it was fast enough that it was kind of in out. We didn't have a lot of parking concerns as far as space goes, but we also saw a good mix of people who brought lawn chairs and blankets and were hanging out, listening to music. So overall, yeah, it went really well.
Great to hear. That's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hannon. Ms. Wagner?
Echoing the same comments. Happy 4th of July. Be safe and don't do dumb things. That's all I got. I'm going to be getting all the calls, so do them outside of Twin.
If you have any questions about fireworks, please call Jen.
Please do not. Or your complaints either.
Mr. Lampa?
Thank you, Mr. Lombard. Just a shout out to, I believe it was Billy handling the sprinkler situation in our front lawn for the flowers. So thank you for taking care of that. And the parks guys for the mulch. I think it looks wonderful. And the bird is gone. I looked for her today. I don't know where she is. And I will not be here 4th of July. I will be at my camper where the camp raised $12,000 for fireworks. So that should be fun there.
Will you send them off?
No. I want my fingers. That's it.
All right, Ms. Glenn.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo. Say thank you to Ms. Edgar and her team for hosting the first food truck event. I did attend that event and sat there for a while and listened to the music, and it was a very good turnout. I'd say, you asked how many people were there. I would say I was there for maybe half of it, and I mean, there were, I would say, hundreds of people were there. I mean, there were people. John asked about the parking. There were people parking at the church and just walking through, and so there was not a parking problem. There was still plenty of parking up here next to City Hall. So I'm looking forward to the next event, and maybe a couple more food trucks to maybe make it a little bit quicker. I know we had one not show up, but maybe a couple more to make the line a little bit.
Do you think there'll be any issues with that church with parking? Do you think they'll ever get to the point where they don't want us parking there?
To be determined, right? Well, now that we know that that's kind of where people are going to see where they go, it's kind of the feel it out and see kind of how this landed. But we'll be able to give them a heads up too, like, hey, we've got this coming up. If you want to have no parking or no event parking, church only, they can navigate that, of course, how they need to as well. But we didn't get any complaints from the church about them utilizing the parking.
And there was plenty of parking still available here, just to clarify that it wasn't like that was overflow parking. People just decided that, I guess they should park there, maybe that'd be more convenient, but yeah, we probably should talk to the church and see, make sure they're okay with it, or they could, I guess, block off their parking lot if they don't want people parking there.
Didn't we talk to UH?
We did, yes, yes.
Yes, but we diverted from having people park over there simply because there's not the crosswalk and that sort of thing in place.
When is that going to be done?
It's at, what's the situation with the crosswalk? You had an update there, I didn't bring my paper.
Geauga Highway is the contractor, and we've just been waiting still on submittals because we won't issue the notice to proceed. They started actually finally last week actually submitting because I actually called and started getting on them because we were hoping for them to start when phase 2 would have started for ODOT, and that would have been a perfect scenario for them. But they have almost everything together, and they basically said that they would hope to start early July.
And Ms. Edgar, what is the plan for the food trucks? Is it like once a month we're doing it? How is it going to work?
For this to just test the waters, we've had obviously our first one in June, and then unknowing like how the construction was going to go, what else is happening out here, what this site's going to look like. The next one's not scheduled till September.
All right, thank you. Mr. Gore, I forgot I had one question. The exit ramp from 480 on to Frost there, it's like a roller coaster from when ODOT did work. And now there's actually people starting to, when they exit, they're actually taking the shoulder. So cars don't know, like they think they're taking it as a turning lane now, and it's actually going to cause accidents. So do you know what's up with that?
I have brought it up to ODOT's attention when you brought it up to me. I had left a message, voicemail, and email about that, and when you sent me that message last week, but I've not heard back yet.
Okay, yeah, I was getting off the exit, and I had a car to the right of me, like on the shoulder, and I'm like this, and he went like that, which meant he didn't want to take the bumpy road.
And this was something I think even the mayor spoke about, like, I think the issue is it needs to be concrete, not asphalt.
Yeah.
Why keep doing the same thing, and it's not fixing the issue. So that, I think part of that is the actual what they're doing.
All right. All right, thank you. Item 13, announcements. City Hall will be closed Friday, July 3rd, 2026 for Independence Day. There will be a public hearing. Pools a safety committee, service committee, and a regular council meeting on Monday, July 13th, 2026, starting at 7 PM in the council chambers. 14, motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned.
Through that real quick.
My comments are going to be Anthony better bring Hershey's back.
What can you want, though?
Hershey's.
All right, so I'm going with Hershey's.
Yeah. Yeah.